Hello and welcome to the channel. We'll talk about all things Weishwartz and chill with friends. My name is Liam and today I want to talk about the Bushiroad Winter Conference 2024. Now if you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you enjoy what we do here, please let me know by hitting that like button. As well as that, check out my other social medias on Twitch, on X and on Discord. Links down in the description below. But let's jump straight in. So tomorrow, as of the time we're recording this on the 6th of January 2024 at 3 PM Japanese Standard Time, there will be a Japanese Bushiroad Winter Conference happening from the Tokyo Dome. And I'm tempted to live stream it, so if you want me to live stream it, let me know in the comments below. And I'll get up at 6 AM just to live stream because apparently I'm a narcissist. And as Kidani-san said to me in his interview, it will be a massive presentation and they've confirmed it's going to be 6 hours long and they've got a lot of things to cover. Starting off with the non-trading card game stuff, we've got stuff on New Japan Pro Wrestling or Stardom, New Japan Protein. They've also got Review Starlight, Bang Dream, D4DJ, Argon Vase. They've also got the brand new section Bushiroad Games for their console gaming, including a section on Grisaia Phantom Trigger, a new game coming to the series. And also Bushiroad Works, which is their new web novel and book-based section, including a section regarding Ancient Magus Bride. And they've also got a section on Palverse, their brand new figure brand and section. Moving on to TCGs, of course, they're going to be talking about Cardfight Vanguard, the new Divine series with this new energy system, which I'm assuming they're going to talk about. They're also going to talk about Shadowverse Evolve, Rebirth for You, Weishwartz Blau, of course Weishwartz, a brand new trading card game they're going to be announcing as well. And they're also going to be discussing the Card Game Festival happening in May 2024. Now obviously we can't focus on everything, but I will be focusing on Weishwartz and what I think will be happening during that section of the presentation. First of all, date reveals. I believe we are going to get the final date reveals that we are currently unaware of, which is for Likoreko Premium Set and also Captain Tsubasa. And I reckon they're going to be pretty much at the end of where we're at the moment, so we're looking June time. And that's just the new date reveals. Now, Bushiroad have already confirmed there will be new product releases for Weishwartz announced during this live stream. Now, I'm going to split this into two sections in terms of what I think is going to happen. Firstly, in terms of sets that already exist in the game, but will get additional sets in my opinion. And secondly, brand new titles to the game. Starting off with sets that I think are going to get additional product, starting off with Bang Dream, of course, Bushiroad's baby, with Mygo and other Musica now a thing in Bang Dream. I believe they're going to either release an extra booster with those two bands, similar to what they did with Roselia, Poppin' Party, and Razor Soil and Morphonica, or they will release a Mygo premium set just on its own, or they may release a brand new full booster. I guess we'll have to wait to find out. I also think some big animes are going to get new sets, so such as Spy Fam. I think Spy Fam Season 2 makes perfect sense with the movie, or a movie set. I think Spy Fam is probably going to get a new set. As I also think with Mushoku Tensei, again, Season 2 set Part 1 has just come out. So I reckon with Part 2 on the horizon, they will probably make a second season set after Part 2 is finalized. So expecting that for maybe an October release. I guess we'll find out. Goblin Slayer, another fantastic and popular series in the Weishwartz army. It's just finished Season 2. It also had its movie a while back, which it didn't get a set for, but getting a set for Season 2 makes perfect sense, so I think that's pretty likely as well. Another set that people have been waiting for, which they've been disappointed because of it going to Rebirth, Konosuba Season 3. Now obviously the Mega Min spin-off only went to Rebirth and never came to Weishwartz, which was surprising to a lot of people. But with Season 3 coming around in April, I believe it is, I do genuinely believe that Konosuba will get a brand new set coming to Weishwartz. Moving on to titles that don't have a set in Weishwartz yet, but I believe will do. Now, spoiler alert, there is a little bit of copium. Another action-based anime is Shangri-La Frontier. Now, this has been very, very popular. I think it's done very, very well, and I think it would fit the field and the stage of Weishwartz extremely well. So, will it happen? I guess we'll find out, but I personally loved Shangri-La Frontier, and I do hope it comes. So, yeah. That's a bit of copium for you. Talking of copium, Season 3 of this anime is coming out in April. Eurocamp Season 3. Eurocamp was in Rebirth. Bring it to Weishwartz. We've asked for it enough. Please give me Eurocamp. Please! And of course, I expect some form of Hololive, whether it be a set 3 whether it be a second premium booster, I don't know. A Hololive could be all sorts. It could be a new supply set, a Meister set. Look, they could sell anything Hololive and it will sell because Hololive's good and Hololive's popular, and we are all VTuber obsessed degenerates. And finally, other popular anime that I think will come to Weishvot. First of all, Girlfriend or Kanojo. Season 2 is just finished, and I think using Season 1 and Season 2 together and put it into a set, like in a similar style to Rent a Girlfriend, I think it's a no-brainer. It's a very popular anime. Again, really good opportunity there. It would fit very well in the game, and I'd probably commit as well. It's a very good anime. It's good fun. Help me. Talking of girlfriends, I think the final new series to come to Weishvot is going to be 100 Girlfriends. Now, again, similar to Girlfriend, similar to Rent a Girlfriend, similar to anime with a bit more tongue-in-cheek, looking at To Love Ru, I think it fits really well, and there are some really good opportunities with the set design on this anime. Yeah, I think 100 Girlfriends has got a good chance. Talking of girlfriends, I think the final new series to come to Weishvot is going to be 100 Girlfriends. Now, again, similar to Girlfriend, similar to Rent a Girlfriend, similar to anime with a bit more tongue-in-cheek, looking at To Love Ru, I think it fits really well, and there are some really good opportunities with the set design on this anime. Yeah, I think 100 Girlfriends has got a good chance. Moving on to the restriction list update. Now, they have confirmed there will be a restriction list update, and these are what I think is going to change. Now, I think some of these are quite agreed within the community, and some of them are a little out there. But I'll explain why I think things need to be added. First things first, Puzzle and Dragons. I'll make this a 1-choose-2 with the Nei and the stock swap. Now, Nei is an extremely strong finisher, and combine that with a stock swap where you can clean out a very well compressed deck is just too dangerous. And I think there's been a common thing right now where Bushiroad are seeing a really problematic finisher and a stock swap and put them into a choice list or into some form of restriction. So I think that's something that's going to happen, and yeah, Pad needs something. Nei needs hitting, even if Nei gets limited to 2, but I think a 1-choose-2 is more likely. Moving on to Slime. Now, Slime did get hit in English, and it hasn't been hit in Japanese yet, and I think it's now about time. I think this is going to be a 1-choose-3 with the Muran level 2, the level 2 Shuna hexproof, the global hexproof, and also the level 0 Milim stock swap. Again, similar reason as previous with Puzzle and Dragons, you have a good way of like some strong finishing stuff, and you know, Muran is a massive stock gen potential. So the fact that you can stock swap very easily and very well at level 2, level 3, whenever you need to, basically, I genuinely think that that's got to be hit. And the hexproof, you know, seeing hexproof and Muran where you got a 12,500 power hexproof level 2 that you cannot get rid of, it's just a problem. It's just a massive problem. And why the hexproof didn't get hit in English, I will never know. I don't understand why they didn't do it. Even with their explanation, I still don't understand why the hexproof was not hit. But I think Bushiroad Japan will, and I hope that will instigate Bushiroad International into reconsidering that slime restriction list. Moving on to one of the boogeymen of this format currently, we have got Chainsaw Man. Now, Chainsaw Man is a weird one in that I'm not quite sure 100% how to hit this. Apart from I think that these two combos, whilst they were designed to work together, I don't think the synergy was quite realised when it was designed. So I would make this a 1-choose-3. First of all, with the level 0 Himeno combo, secondly with the level 3 Aki combo, and also the level 1 Kishibe. So doing this basically forces, if you want to run the Easy Revenge and the Aki combo, like that sort of synergy engine, you cannot have the very good plussing engine of the level 0 Himeno in terms of getting the event to hand, which is really good, and also just the level 0 plussing game and being able to like slam stock really early. Those two together are, ironically, I think they were designed too strong together. So I think you have to choose between those two. And not only that, Kishibe and its mid-game like stabilization and board presence that it has is also a massive thing that for a card that sort of was thrown out there. And I know the guy who sort of first truly showed this deck off, as in Asuna, who's currently living in Japan, I think that he found something that has been able to be used and abused way too much, and something needs to happen. Moving on to Overlord. Now, the only thing that I would change from the current restriction list is how they restrict the level 3 Eins. I would remove it from the choice restriction, and I would make it a limit 2. Now, I've seen discussion regarding limit 1, which I understand why, but I think limit 2 is okay, because One, just having it as a limit 2 means that it's way less likely to be available to happen when you need it to. And secondly, it still means that it has the potential to do what it's designed to do and not be restricted as a 1A, and having to single lane it with other things. At least you can still dual lane it with a third item, and I think that's fine. So I would say, like I said, Iron's limit 2 will do the job just to nerf Overlord a little bit while still keeping it a competitive series. Finally, Hololive. Now, things need to change with Hololive. First of all, the Sora level 0 and the Sora level 3 need to come off that choice restriction list. They don't need to be there anymore. And in taking those 2 off, it basically frees up 2 slots to put in place. Now, the 2 cards that I think should go there are the Marine level 3 combo and the Anya level 2 that lets you search for a door climax. Now ultimately, Marine's issue is the fact that it can do what it needs to do on such little stock, and it really allows the Hololive consistency to make it, one, very easy to triple, and secondly, it allows you to use your resource kind of as much as you need to throughout your entire game without considering that you need X stock for your final turn. You know, only 4 stock is not a lot, and yes, it's only a burn 2, sure, but the fact that also it's an on-play, sack a character, top 3, and get what you need basically. It's just an extremely good card, and yes, it's only a burn 2, but the consistency and the resourcefulness of that card is outright dumb. And especially with the other card, the Anya level 2, where the only thing you might have trouble with getting to hand is the door climax. Anya solves that immediately. Yes, it means that you need to run a bit more stock and basically go into your level 3 turn with 6 stock instead of 4, but that's what you would expect for a standard level 3 combo, at least 6, maybe a bit more as well if you need to pay cost on attack. So I think having the Anya there is a massive problem, and it massively increases the consistency of Marine. And not only that as well, we've been seeing lists such as Chloe Marine, where again, being able to cycle that door combo so much is very dangerous. So I do think the Anya potentially needs hitting. And then if, at least with the Chloe, if you still want to run a Climax Searcher, you can still use the Holo X event. So there are ways around it, and there are things you can do that makes that deck still work. But the level 2 Anya is extremely destructive. And yeah, I think ultimately having those 2 cards, that also means that Canaton Marine becomes dead, and that is a big boogie deck. And I still think Amegura still being on there is still viable, and I don't think that needs to come off anytime soon. Now, why have I hit these 5 series? This is from data shared by Kiloa, which if you haven't seen their blog series on all things Japanese meta, I'll leave a link in the description below, as well as to this data set. Basically, the overall representation in terms of the decks that have done really well, there is a clear divide by the top 5 decks, which are the series that I have said need to be further hit in restriction or hit in general. And to show that snippet of data, so Chainsaw Man, Hololive, Puzzle and Dragons, Slime and Overlord have all had more than 50 X1s in terms of Neo Standard, and have had, in terms of Neo totals in the top 8, over 60 per series, with Chainsaw Man at 110. And the next series after that is half the 5th place, Uma Musume, with 29 overall, 23 X1s, and only 5 X0s. There is Trios data in there as well, but I'm going to actually exclude that because I think the Neo's data, the Neo Standard data, represents what's going on in that single format way more. And Trios is, you know, down to you can't play the same series multiple times. I think it skews the data towards other sets getting an opportunity to perform better than they normally would. But looking at just the Neo Standard data and the individuals like format data, you know, it's a no-brainer that these 5 decks are currently a problem in the series. But it is a no-brainer that, you know, those 5 series are a massive problem currently in the format in Japan. And I think hitting these a little bit will just bring the other sets up that little bit they need just to give a variety of representations. And that's all I've got to say on it. What do you think? What do you think about my predictions for new titles, for existing titles getting new products, and for the restriction list? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope you can join me on live stream. I might live stream, I might not, depending on if I'm awake or not, but if I do live stream, it will be from around 6:30 in the morning UK time, which will be what, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time in the evening the day before. So if you wish to join me, great, and if not, there'll be a VOD available on my Twitch channel, so check that out. But apart from that, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here again, please hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoy what we do here, please let me know by hitting that like button, and check out my other socials on Twitch, on X, and on Discord. Again, those links are down below. But apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!